Um, the noise you hear in the background is Sandy chewing on a toy that my girlfriend Kate got her, and she's really enjoying it. She's done the dog-like thing and torn it all to shreds, which is what she has so much fun doing. So she's tearing it the last bit to shreds. Had to get on here because today is, I keep thinking today's Tuesday because I normally have chemo on Mondays, but today's Thursday because this week's chemo, as I told you about before, got switched from Monday to Wednesday. So, doing really well. The changes that she made to the last chemo regimen, really have an impact on day 2, the first 2 days after chemo. So I think it's between the fluids and a couple of the pre-meds that she's added / changed that really have had a big impact. So last time, the 2 days after chemo, I was feeling pretty stellar, and today is proven to be that way too. And then after like the second and third day, usually on the fourth day it starts picking up speed a little bit, and then usually by about day 10 I'm kind of feeling good again, and just kind of having some mild symptoms. And honestly, I've told you guys before that I've just been so fortunate in my responses to chemo. I really have been on the mild reaction end. And then those reactions, my medical team has done a really good job of addressing even those mild things that I just thought, it's chemo, it's not a multivitamin, it's not going to be wonderful. And then their response is, no, I feel like we can do a better job managing this. I'm like, I really feel like, it's chemo. I don't think it's going too bad. And so, hey, Karina, hi, lovely. So after getting on here Tuesday and being such a cry weepy mess, I just wanted to get on here again and show you guys, like, this is, I'm usually much better than that. And I think the worst part for me is the pre-chemo part. So, like, I normally have chemos on Mondays, and so around Wednesday, I'm not even paying attention to what day of the week it is or anything, and around Wednesday, like, I'll just notice that my spirit is starting to drop and that I'm a little more down and feeling a little just more emotional. And then I'm like, gosh, what day is today? And then it just never fails, it's Wednesday. And so usually around Wednesday, I start kind of struggling a little bit and, just kind of like, all right, come on, go team. We can do this. And so really the hardest part is getting through Monday and, getting myself to Monday. And as it gets closer to Monday, that pre-chemo dread just really goes through the roof. And it's not, like I said, it's not the infusion itself. Like, none of those chemo drugs do I really feel anything. There's so much in the pre-treat part that you're just like, you get hit with Ativan and Benadryl and Zofran and all these things just like really just make you like, whoa. So they make you pretty groggy, and none of the chemo drugs that I can think of do I like taste or feel or anything like that. So none of that is really the issue. And this time in talking to my oncologist, and we were talking about it, and she's like, yeah, Jenny, anticipatory nausea is really a thing. And so, I find in the couple of days leading up to chemo that I start kind of having these like chemo-ish symptoms again. And I've talked to you guys before about that like Pavlov's dog thing, and she said that they have a lot of patients that just really have a tough time with not the chemo itself, but that environment and coming into that environment and all the smells and all the things that I've been talking to you guys about. And I've been giving myself a hard time over like, geez, kid, you're blowing this up in your head. Like, just chill, like, chill your brain out, if you could just get a handle on these thoughts. Like, I just feeling like it was like a mind over matter kind of situation. And so it was really comforting in talking to her to hear that it's kind of a chemo symptom in and of itself. And it's a more natural response that a lot of people have. And so what's interesting for me is I would say, with only having one chemo treatment left, I would say for me, the hardest part is that pre-chemo dread and getting through that day. And the great thing about it that I've said before is that my medical team, and just everybody from when you come in and they do that whole COVID spiel and take your temperature, and then you have to go through registration, and those people are just dreamy too, and then you go through labs and those people are dreamy, and then you go up to, your oncologist appointment and you go through, the little triage nurse person, and then your chemo nurse, and then the oncologist, and then I deal with the clinical trial nurse, and then I go up to infusion, and everybody's just, wonderful upon wonderful upon wonderful. And so, usually once I get into the building, it's a little bit better because everybody's so wonderful. And so, like, as the day goes on and it gets to infusion, it's like, okay, like you have these kind of emotional distractions and these people who are just like filling your cup like nobody's business along the way. And they're all just astounding at doing it. It really is amazing. And so so once I get out and I leave that building, am I hammered? Yeah, I'm hammered because it's a long day and all those pre-treat meds, you're just zapped, really, because of the pre-treat meds. And then it's been really neat to see, again, how great I felt today. And I will probably feel pretty good tomorrow based on last chemo response. And then the rest of it's just dealing with like head pressure, and it's not fatigue. It's like when you get up and go to do something, like even just something as simple as walking downstairs, my muscles and my legs especially will just be burning so bad, like muscle failure. And then by the time I get to the kitchen, it's like, oh, I'm going to fix myself something to eat. By the way, a hot flash is coming on right now, so pardon me. So by the time I go to fix myself something to eat, I'm just standing there, just like really not doing much more than standing there. I'll feel like I'm going to pass out. Like I'll feel really lightheaded, and so it's not fatigue. It's just like, you just feel like, all your muscles are going to give out in your legs feel like noodles and wet noodles, and you feel like you're going to pass out. And so that kind of lasts for, till about day 9 or 10. And it's, all the symptoms I have are the good thing about all the symptoms I have is that everything has something that I can do to kind of cope with it. So, when I'm feeling like, oh gosh, I feel like I'm going to pass out, it's just, I need to sit down. It's that simple. It can be frustrating because it's like, gosh, I haven't even done anything but like walked across the room. But it is what it is. So I sit down, the hot flashes will come on for no reason. It's like, all right, I take off my sweatshirt or my shirt and I just sit there and let it pass. The head pressure, the good thing about the head pressure is, I lay down and it pretty much takes care of it. So I wanted to get back on here today to let you guys see me more like me. Like, it's not that Tuesday wasn't me. I think Tuesday was, when I got on here and I was so upset. I think it was just that pre-chemo dread had an extra 2 days of pre-chemo dread onto it that I wasn't anticipating and that I hadn't prepared for mentally. So by the time I got to Tuesday, I was just like, oh, it was a mess. And I'm glad I shared that with you guys. I'm super glad I shared that with you guys, in part because you all just gave this outpouring of support and text messages and, separate messages. And I don't think I realized how much I needed it. And that really sounds crazy because my thing is I know you all are there, and I know you support me, and I know you're praying for me and sending positive energy. And I know that whether you reach out or not, so like, you all are so good to me in my day-to-day life, you've loved me so much in my day-to-day life in such a real, authentic way that it's not, when I'm going through something like this, if I haven't heard from you, I'm not like, wow, I haven't heard from this person or whatever. Like, it's, my thing is I don't question that you're thinking about me or praying for me and my family and sending positive energy. And, I just don't question that, you all love in a big and real way, and I don't question that. So, but I didn't realize how much I needed it, and like I said, those extra 2 days of pre-chemo dread were just, they broke the camel's back this last time. So the good thing is we have one chemo treatment left now. And I'm going to have some days coming up that I don't feel great. But it's not like anything I think you would imagine. I don't want you to think of me as like laying in bed in inconsolable pain or discomfort. Like, the good thing is that everything that I've experienced so far, I've been able to do something to help alleviate it, whether it's going for a walk or taking a nap or laying down or just sitting for a little bit. There's something that's been able to alleviate that, and it passes. So, and there's going to be bigger hurdles there's going to be hurdles coming up as well. But the great thing is like we're really, really close to this chemo hurdle being over. And, like I said, that pre-chemo dread for me is just the hardest part, getting from Wednesday through Monday. And, the rest of it, I think for me, it's just like, okay, now we just cope with whatever comes. But for whatever reason, that pre-chemo dread is just, it is just a beast for me. And getting myself into that building and driving down there is just rough. And it's kind of crazy to say that when I talk about how amazing the people are. But getting myself back in there on Mondays is kind of tough. So, but anyway, I just really felt compelled to update you guys and let you know today was a great day. I went in every day after I have an adriamycin. I go in and get a Neulasta shot. And fun little tidbit, I just got the bill today for the previous Neulasta shots. And what is astounding is that those Neulasta shots cost $14,200 for the shot. Now, the great thing about Neulasta, what it does is it increases all my lab values so that I can continue to receive treatment, and we don't have to worry about my lab values going too low and postponing treatment and things like that. So what's interesting is that shot, $14,200 for the shot. I'm not talking administration, all that other stuff. The shot is $14,200. What's amazing is that my infusion days, when I go and get chemo and get all that stuff that I get, including the lab work, not the doctor's office visit, but my chemo days are like $15,200. So it's astonishing that one shot is almost as much as one of my whole chemo days. Now, don't let that alarm you. I have good insurance. I have really good insurance, and my copay on that is like $700 for a Neulasta shot versus $14,200. And then my my out-of-pocket expense is, very, very, very reasonable. So once I hit my out-of-pocket expense, I'm not paying anything to begin with. So I don't want anybody getting alarmed by that. I just thought I'd give you that little tidbit. When you hear of other people going through cancer, we know it's expensive, and we think, gosh, all those medical bills and surgeries and radiation and all that stuff. But when you think about one shot that affords you the ability to keep receiving treatment being over $14,000, that kind of frames it. And like I said, that's not said for any concern for me. I have really good insurance. The copay on that is very reasonable. My deductible is really good, and my out-of-pocket deductible is really good, and the couple of fundraisers we've done have put us in just really good position. I really appreciate your all support and donations. Things like that have just really helped alleviate that financial distress there. So I can't thank you enough. So that really, really was just sharing an FYI for you. And also as an update, I played mom in a couple hands of canasta tonight. She kicked my butt, and I only got irritated instead of getting mad. Right, Mom?
Right.
But anyway, I love you guys dearly. I really wanted to just update you because I got really raw and emotional with you on Tuesday, and that was very real, and I'm really glad I shared that. I'm super honored and blessed to have you guys in my life, that I can be that vulnerable and that transparent and not worry about it, and that really is a testament to you guys and how beautiful you are and how much and how sincerely and truly you love and support, that I don't have to sit there and worry about, like, oh, what's somebody gonna think, or what, blah, blah. It's like, okay, I'm just sharing because I feel the need to share, because right now this is a little much for me. And Tuesday, I think those extra 2 days of pre-chemo dread, it just was a lot, especially when I just lost track of my schedule, and I didn't realize I had another 2 days of it until Sunday. So there wasn't a whole lot of time for me to mentally readjust, and I kind of crumbled under it by Tuesday. So I love you guys. I appreciate you all. I want you to see that I'm doing okay. Well, I'm doing more than okay. I'm really doing well. And yeah, just really, really appreciate you guys. And I can't overstate it. So as long as I feel good on Sunday, the barbecue fundraiser, I'm going to be sitting out there and waving and saying hi. And, I love you guys dearly. I appreciate your support and encouragement. And I definitely feel your prayers and your positive energy and the positiveness and the love and the encouragement. Just all of it has made a monumental difference in this cancer experience. I cannot overstate how much that's impacted it for us. And having my mom and my sisters here, serious game changer. Your all support through meals and donations and has been just, amazing, amazing, amazing. So I just wanted to get on here and let you see me smile. Know that whatever I'm showing you is sincere. So I don't want you to think that after Tuesday, like, oh gosh, she has these days she's just crying and not showing it to us. And there are a couple of days here and there, but like I said, it's the vast majority of the time that's not what the face of this looks like for me. And I appreciate you being there for me Tuesday and every other day in between. And I love you guys, and we're going to get through this, and it'll be over before we know it. Counting on that. So days like today are much easier than pre-chemo dread days. All right, I love you guys. I hope you all are well. I hope your families are well. Please continue to pray and think about those that I love that are struggling with cancer. They really are dealing with some very big and real and scary stuff. Yeah, really big and scary stuff. So please continue to pray for them. And what's so funny is, there's some of the people that were responding to me crying on Tuesday, like, you got it, girl. And I'm just like, bless your heart. You guys are going through some scary ass crap. And I'm just here like, man, I want it to be over. But I just, that support and encouragement, we weren't meant to live life alone. And I have the best tribe on the planet. I'm thoroughly convinced of that. So I love you guys. Talk to you later, Gata. I'll keep you updated. And I hope to see you on Sunday if you were able to pre-order some barbecue. And other than that, I love you. Bye.